What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this all polygel ice cream set. It was super hard, but I love the end result. I can't wait to show you guys how I created it. I actually created it with this month's subscription box from YourNailLab. So yeah, we're going to do a quick little unboxing before the tutorial. So let's go ahead and jump right in. The first thing you get is a little card from YourNailLab. You also get a nail art wheel with some dangle charms in it. These are super cute. They're like gold and there's all different like color stones on them, and they have a little feather, and there's also like a star one and a bow one in there. They're adorable. There's also another little case of some rhinestones. This one has mixed AB rhinestones and shapes, and there's also some like kind of like charcoal colored ones in mixed sizes as well. I love the little case it comes in. It's so pretty. Actually just comes off. It's like a top. At first I thought it was a nail art wheel, but it's actually just a top. And then there's also a little case of kawaii charms. I think these are so cute. It will vary like depending on the box you get. I think you might not get these exact ones, but the ice cream one actually inspired me to do my set today, except I didn't really want to use like the charm. I kind of wanted to create it to make the video more interesting. And there's also some little like white hearts in here, or like clearish hearts. They're hard to see on my camera because when the lights are so bright and it's white, it kind of like blinks it out. So yeah, there's also some nail stickers in here. They're kind of like airbrush type of stickers with little hearts. I didn't use these, but they're super cute. I would definitely use them in a future video. There's also these little white holographic stars, which you could not see. I was like placing them against everything, trying to see if I could show you guys, but I placed it against the black and you could kind of see it a little bit like when the light hits. As you can see, they're really pretty, these nail stickers. And then there's also a full-size polygel in here. It's like a powder blue shade in the shade 922 from their blue polygel kit. It's a 30 milliliter tube. I'll be swatching the colors in here in a few. And then there's also two new jelly polishes. There's a red one and a blue one, which I'm super excited about. They're really, really pretty. They kind of give like 4th of July vibe. There's also two fine glitters in here, a royal blue and a rose gold. And then we have a glitter acrylic called Coral Light. It's like a silver acrylic, just like fine silver glitter. It's really pretty as well. I was kind of getting like 4th of July vibes from this box, and then like kawaii vibes. I wasn't like sure which way to go, so I went with like the ice cream. So yeah, that's what I decided to do, because it's not like 4th of July yet. But yeah, this is the blue color. It's called Blueberry Bubblegum. And then we have Cheerleader, which is like a cherry red shade. I really love that red. Normally I'm not too into red, but this one I would definitely rock like on a set of cherry nails. I definitely have that set in mind. And then this is the polygel in the shade 922. Like I said, it's kind of like a powder blue shade. It's really pretty. I've actually used this color quite a few times on my channel, but I'll be using this to like create the ice cream and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what it looks like. And then we're gonna go ahead and swatch the acrylic, which was called Coral Light. It's a 1 ounce jar, by the way, so you do get quite a bit. I'm swatching it on the inside of my swatch stick because the top layer acts like a top coat, and this is what it looks like, super sparkly. So I did actually go ahead and apply a top coat to the two jelly ones because it was kind of hard to swatch them on the inside of the stick. And these are all the swatches. If you guys are interested in the Makartt monthly subscription box, definitely check the description box below for my discount code. They have different options you can get. You could do like 3 months or 6 months. Definitely check out the website and see what option works best for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial. I actually prepped my nails off camera. I'm using Makartt extra long stiletto and coffin nail tips. I'm using like 2 different shapes. The stiletto ones are obviously going to be for the ice cream nails. It just makes it look more like a cone. So on the other 2 nails with the coffin shape, I'm actually going to be doing a marble. And I'm using like other colors from Makartt because I just felt like it. Since this one only came with 1, I had like an idea in my head and I was like, yeah, I need more colors. So I'll have these linked down below as well. So I'm using the blue, obviously, that came with the box, and I'm also using the shade Flamingo, which is the hot pink shade. I'm using Glow Yellow, which is the yellow shade, and I'm also using a purple shade in the number 833, and I basically place a bead of each color on the nail. By the way, I do have base gel on my nails. Like I said, I prep them off camera. You always want to apply a base gel first to your natural nail bed before you go in with polygel. It will give the gel something to grip onto and protect your natural nails. But anyways, I apply a small bead of each color onto my nail. I'm building the nails up with this marble, so I'm adding quite a bit. And then I'm kind of like mixing the colors together with my spatula, and you kind of get like a cool like marbled effect with all of the colors. I really like the way it looked. If I have like any excess polygel, I just remove it with the other end of my brush. On this nail, it came out like super blue, even though I added like a bunch of other colors. So after I cure it, I'm actually going to go in with a little bit more of like the pink, the yellow, and the purple over it, just to kind of, you know, bring those colors out more. And to like pat the polygel in place, I'm using a little bit of base gel. It helps like when your polygel starts sticking to your brush and stuff, and then I just kind of like wipe it off with some isopropyl alcohol, like if it gets a little bit too sticky from the base gel. So when I pat it in place, I'm like starting by the cuticle area and then going side to side down the nail. I'm focusing like a big amount of it like up by the nail bed area so I can build my apex, because like I said, I'm building up the nails with this marble. I'm not going to be like encapsulating it or anything. You can build up your nails with the marble. You won't really like file through it or anything when you go to file, shape, and buff, unless you're like filing off massive amounts of your nail, which you're not because you added just the right amount, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm patting that in place, and then I'm going to go ahead and cure. As you can see, I'm adding a little more yellow, pink, and purple to this nail, and then some more yellow and purple onto the pinky, just to bring out those colors more. This is another way that you can just bring out certain colors that you want to show more in your marble. Just go over it with just a little more of that color. Of course, mix them together first before you start patting them in place to still give that marble effect, and it will just blend right into the marble that you did previously. But yeah, it will just like bring out those colors more. Sometimes when you mix the colors together, you'll see one more than the other. So yeah, and I'm just brushing right over the previous layer, of course pushing some of it up by the cuticle and starting by the cuticle and just going like side to side down the nail like I normally do, and then I'm going to go ahead and cure. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and start doing the ice cream cone on the nails. So I'm actually using this really light cream shade from Makartt called Rebel. It's a new release. So I'm applying it to the tips on the 2 stiletto nails, and this was super hard, you guys. Like, I'm not even lying, I filmed this part at least like 5 or 6 times, and I was literally about to give up, but something told me, like, don't give up, just like do it. So that's what I did, and I did my best. I mean, I don't know if there's an easier way, but it's really hard to do it polygel. I've done it with acrylic before. It's easier with acrylic. I didn't have an X-Acto knife either. Well, I have one, but I couldn't find it. So I'm using this little card for like stamping. And I watched a few videos. People said if you put like acrylic powder on the end of your card, when you go to make your like lines and stuff, the polygel won't stick because of the powder around it. But you have to like dip it in each time into the powder before you go ahead and make your line. Otherwise the polygel will stick. And you have to make sure you have just enough on there, and it's a pain because if you wait too long, the gel starts to level out and your cracks get covered up. Oh my god, I was like losing my mind, seriously. So basically I'm just making 4 lines going down the nail and then like 4 or 5 in the opposite direction, and it looks like an ice cream cone. You might have to go over them a couple times, but I just did the best I could, and then I hurried up and cured, because if you wait too long, it will like go ahead and like fill in because the gel starts to level. With acrylic it doesn't do that, but with gel it starts to level. So, and I know it looks like really misshapen on the sides, but I'm actually going to do the whole ice cream design first, and I'm just going to touch it up with my hand file and stuff when I go to file shape and buff. So yeah, I'm going to do the same thing on this nail. But yeah, I was literally about to cry last night, and the crazy thing is, like, I don't have any like AC like kick the bucket, which makes it even worse. So my nail room is like super hot, and I was like doing this ice cream design, and like it was so hot and it kept messing up. Like, I wanted to cry, you guys. So I want you guys to know I literally put my blood, sweat, and tears into this set. No, I'm playing, but yeah, it was intense. I had quite a night, but we're here now, and she turned out really cute, so yeah. Okay, so now that I cured the cones, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I created the little ice cream scoops. So I'm using the shade Flamingo to do a pink scoop of ice cream, and then I'm using the shade that came with the box, the blue one. So I'm first making like a little ball of ice cream, or like scoop of ice cream, and I'm patting it around the cuticle and then curing it. And I do the bottom part second, since this is gel. You have to like cure each part because it would get messed up if you tried to like fluff up the bottom, if you know what I mean. So I apply a little more polygel at the bottom, and I kind of use the other end of my spatula to kind of like make little, I don't know, like marks in it to make it look like, you know, an ice cream scoop at the bottom. And then I kind of just use my brush to like, you know, fix it up a little bit at the bottom before I cure. This was annoying too. That's why I didn't show the first nail, because oh my god, if you would have seen the mess that I was making trying to do this, oh my god, it kept sticking to my brush and everything. So make sure there's no like polygel on your like spatula or your brush. You can use your brush too to make a little stippling motion, but make sure there's like no gel, because if you go back to put it on there, it's gonna stick. And yeah, just keep dipping it in the isopropyl alcohol before you do that, or you're going to have a night like I did. So I'm gonna flash cure that and then go ahead and do the same thing with the blue shade. So I went ahead and cleansed my nails with some isopropyl alcohol to get that tacky layer off. And now I'm going to go ahead and just shape up the nails. For the ice cream nails, I'm going around the cuticle, obviously, to take the cuticle area down. And then I'm just filing like near the cone area to kind of like clean up the sides and the edges and stuff and make everything look nice and neat. You want to make sure you add enough polygel to have structure at the free edge. I probably filed a little bit too much near the free edge, but yeah, that's just a little tip. Don't file too much. I'm not filing over the bottom of the ice creams because I want that little like 3D effect of like the scoop, but I am just filing over like the surface of the ice cream, just to like smooth it out if it's like a little lumpy, because I want everything to look nice and neat. Like the nails are just built up with the ice cream, if that makes sense. So yeah, and when I go in with my hand file, I'm just going to be filing towards the bottom of the nail, just to shape up that cone, because I went like along the sides with my drill and tighten everything up, so I didn't need to file anymore on the sides because it would obviously ruin the design. And I'm going to add like in the sprinkles and everything last. So yeah, and the rest of the nails I'm just filing like I normally do, going around the cuticle, smoothing over the nail, filing along the sidewalls and underneath the nails. I'm filing underneath the nails on all of them. You definitely don't want any product stuck under there or anything like that. But yeah, I tried my best with these little polygel cone nails. I think they turned out really cute. In the end result, I did apply some bling there so you couldn't really see my F-ups, but yeah, it was not that bad. I mean, it was alright, but on my other hand, it was a little more difficult, but I do like the way they turned out. They were like super cute. So yeah, as you can see, I'm filing along the sides to like reshape the cone, but I'm making sure not to like file away the design, only like the lumpy parts that need to be fixed. Now I'm going to take my cuticle bit and clean up around the cuticle area on the 2 ice cream nails, just to neaten everything up. On the other 2 nails I didn't really need to because I was able to get behind the cuticle area pretty good, but I just wanted to like go around the ice cream nails just to make sure everything looked nice and neat. And then I'm going to go in and shape up with my hand file. Like I said, I'm trying to only focus on the tip of the nail for the ice cream nails because I don't want to file towards the top of the nail because that will ruin the design. And then for the coffin nails, you just want to hold your file straight and file the bulk off of the sides first, and then angle your file inward, file in towards the tip to get that coffin shape. Also make sure you file underneath the nails to get out any like plastic or anything, and then buff over the nails to get out the scratches. To finish up, I'm going to go ahead and use some Makartt rhinestone gel to apply some sprinkles onto the ice cream scoops, and then I'm also applying some of it over the cone so I can apply some of the AB rhinestones on there that came with the box. So I'm going to do that first and then top coat all over everything. And I'm also adding some of the little heart charms that came with the box, like up by the cuticle area on the other 2 nails. I didn't really want to do too much on those nails since we have like the 3D ice cream, so those kind of like speak for the set, you know. You don't want to like do too much. I was thinking about using some of those kawaii charms, but then I was like, no, that would be too much. And excuse the camera shaking, I actually have a fan on me while I'm working because yeah, I would be dying if I didn't. So it's kind of like shaking. I should have like moved it, but it is what it is. So after I like top coat the nails and everything, I actually decided to make a little cherry at the top of the ice cream nails. So I'm using the jelly polish for that in the shade Cheerleader, the red one. I don't know, I thought it was a nice little accent. And yeah, that is pretty much it for this set. I actually ended up liking the way these turned out a lot. Like, I think they turned out really cute and unique and like colorful and everything like that. I actually posted these on my TikTok first and the Instagram. I made like a little video of it, and after I did that I was like really feeling them. I think they did come out cute despite like all the obstacles that I had to come across. Well, I hope you guys liked them. If you're new to the channel, I would love it if you subscribe before you leave. I post nail tutorials and reviews every week, so you definitely don't want to miss out. Make sure you hit the notification bell because sometimes people don't really get notified when I upload a new video. And if you're not following me on Instagram and TikTok yet, make sure you do that because I usually post about my upcoming tutorials and stuff on there. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Love you guys.
sight.